Hi folks, Doug here. Ellis Car Customs, your go-to channel for fake Nomad content. Welcome back to the show. Welcome aboard if you're new and want to dip a toe into the nomadness that goes on this channel. So I've been working on the garnish molding, and it's kind of a tedious process, and at times I suppose can be boring. Hopefully there's more interesting stuff down the road. I'm trying to stick with it to get it done, but I may skew off onto another path to keep myself interested, maybe keep y'all interested. We'll have to see how that goes. I appreciate all the kind thoughts for my mom. She's doing better. She's out of the hospital now, so that's good news. Like I said, we want to keep her around for as long as possible because, you know, you only get one mom, right? But we'll see what we can get done today, and hopefully you'll all stick around because talking about that, my view count is down, but my watch duration, as they call it, is way up. So I think what it is my loyal friends and followers of the show are watching more of the video, and I'm not getting so many drive-by clicks, I guess you would call them. You know, people who kind of click on me either by accident or you know, just surfing around and they don't stick around for the show. So I'm not getting so many of them. What I'm getting is my loyal friends, my friend base. I won't say fans. You're not fans, you're friends. My loyal friend base is sticking around and watching pretty much the whole videos versus the drive-by clickers are not really driving by anymore, I guess. Alright. Well, that explains that, but I don't think it's down to my friends are bored with me. I think the drive-by people are a little bored with me. But, you know, they can't all be diamonds, right? Thanks, everybody. So I got that first long piece there fitted in where it's got to be, and we're starting to mess around with our corner piece. This one is fighting me a little more than the other side. I don't know why. They should both be pretty much the same, but they're not. So I'm having to mess around with this. I had to split this here because I need to move it out a little bit and, you know, weld it. But we'll get there. I'm not going to get discouraged. How about you, buddy? You going to get discouraged? No? Yeah, me neither.
Understand that you're going through a change. You need a little space, and I shouldn't think that's strange. It happens all the time between lovers and friends. I see it in your eyes, I can feel it in your touch. Never thought a man could handle quite so much. That's the way it goes when forever comes to an end. 'Cause just when I needed you most, you turned into a ghost. Just when I needed you most, you turned into a ghost. Dark and empty room, my heart is still waiting for you. But just when I needed you most, you turned into a ghost. Just when I needed you most, you turned into a ghost.
So we're sneaking up on this one. Obviously it took a little more convincing to do what I wanted it to do than That other piece did. But I don't know. When you're making stuff by hand and you're fitting it to something you made by hand, you'll run into that stuff. But we got her on the way anyways. What do you say, buddy? Huh? What do you say? So, that's what I've got for you in today's episode. Hopefully, one more episode will kind of wrap up the garnish molding adventure. Hopefully, I didn't lose too many of you along the way. And then, after that, you know, like I said, I've got a bunch of parts that I have to paint blue. I mean, obviously the garnish moldings that we're making, and windshield surround, and the piece for the lift gate. There's a bunch of little bits that have to be painted, so we're probably going to try to clean them up, gather them all together, and put some paint on them so they can be put in. And we'll have to figure out what our next adventure is. At some point I'm going to have to tackle the wiring. Oh, I am dreading that. I am not a big fan of wiring. But I bought a universal wiring kit that, you know, is good for everything, pretty much. So it has about 1,000 wires that I won't need for a 57 Chevy, you know, because there's no computer and there's no this, no that, you know. I mean, 57 Chevy wiring harness is like as big around as my thumb or something, and it's every wire in the car, you know. But we'll figure it out. At least they're all labeled, and what wires I don't use, I'll either tie them back or clip them off or something. I did save the old wiring harness out of here so that if there's any special plug-ins or whatever I've got to have, I still have all the plugs. So hopefully they're good. If not, you can get the plugs, I guess. We'll have to take a look, see how they look. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I appreciate you sticking with me. I get a lot of people who comment on every video, and I greatly appreciate it. Maybe you think, well, you know, I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. You know, it encourages me. Plus, you know, it helps. The more comments and likes and things you get, the more it helps your video get out to people who may not have heard of you before. So it's all good. And once again, thank you for the kind wishes and thoughts for my mom. And hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Take care.